Brought to you by Fastpitch TV and sponsored by SoftballJunk.com. Here's another show from the 2016 Women's College World Series.
Good afternoon. At this time, we have at the dais University of Oklahoma head coach, Coach Gasso, student-athlete Paige Parker, and student-athlete Shay Knighton. At this time, Coach, we get general comments about the game from you, and then we open up for questions. Coach.
Wow. It's just a tough game, a tough way to get started in the College World Series. Two teams that are very good and fighting against each other. Osorio is a phenomenal pitcher. We all know that. We've been working very hard to prepare for her, and we still struck out 10 times. But I think what our team knows is that you just got to fight through these counts, and good things can happen. I thought Paige was phenomenal, got out of some big innings, which were big for us. I liked how Kelsey Arnold found her way on. Aaron Miller hit the ball hard, which opened up an opportunity with an error to get us in scoring position, which started to feel like we were going to get a little bit of confidence from that. And then Cece finding her way on, and then Shay delivering the big blow was it's pretty special for a freshman to do that at the College World Series, but I never even call her a freshman because of her style of swing. So it's powerful. It can be a game changer. It did before when we played Alabama. Really proud of this team, the way they came out with their approach. They never got down. They just fought till the end. And that's what it's about when you're here. You just got to leave everything you have on the field whenever you're out there.
All right, this time we open up for questions. If you just raise your hand, we'll get you a mic.
James Hale, Sports Talk 1400, The Ref. Shay, walk us through the at-bat and the home run at the end.
I was just going up there trying to do it for my team, sticking to my game plan, just trying to hit something hard. I knew if I could get the ball on the ground, I just wanted to move my runner. So just going up there trying to be aggressive but smart, and I guess it paid off.
Yeah, Shay, John McKelvey with Norman Transcript. You described the first home run that you hit against Alabama as this amazing moment where you were able to lift up your team. How would you describe this one, and was that weighing on your mind when you got up there to the plate?
I didn't even remember that game. That was the farthest thing from mine. It was just be in the moment, do it for my team. My mindset was just hit the ball hard. I didn't try to do too much, just try to do it for my team, like I said. There's no other way to explain it.
Hey, Paige, Jenny Carlson with the Oklahoman. First question, how many times have you hugged Shay since the end of the game? And second, talk about just the pressure of going against Alabama's offense, but also knowing that Osorio is so dominant this postseason, just the pressure of that.
Well, I can't count how many times I've hugged Shay. What she did was absolutely incredible, and what a way to make your Women's College World Series appearance, and to come in as a freshman and do this is just amazing. I'm so proud of her. For the second question, I really wasn't thinking about the pressure. I was just trying to stay in the moment. Alabama is a very, very good team, and I knew it was going to be a really tough fought battle. And Alexis Osorio is a phenomenal pitcher, and I knew it was going to be a dogfight. And I was just thinking about trying to help my team stay in the game. That was the only thing I was thinking about the whole time.
Joey Helmer, OUinsider.com. Shay, it seemed like you guys were getting better at bats as the game went on. Did you feel that was the case, and how much did that help you at the end to get a good swing there?
I think we were just trying to stick to our game plan, not trying to do too much, not trying to be the big hero, because we knew Alabama has bats. We know that they're going to come out swinging too. So I just think as the game went on, we just kind of got together and we're like, we're going to do this for each other. Just kind of pass the torch, stick to the game plan, and do anything we have to do to get this win.
Paige, Tulsa, Eric Bailey with the Tulsa World. Can you talk about just the mindset of throwing 2 innings last night and then having to come back, go sleep over it, think about it all day, come back and throw? And then also there were some times you had runners in scoring position, just battling, getting through those innings.
I really wasn't thinking too much about, playing 2 innings last night and then continuing on today. I was just sticking with the game plan and not changing my mindset at all. And, they had some situations where they had some runners on, and I was just determined to not let them score, to keep my team in the game and just fight.
Tommy D's Tuscaloosa News. Patty, first of all, what did you think on the play where Haley McClenny got the ball at the wall? And the other thing, what is it about Shea's swing that seems to match Osorio so far?
As soon as the ball went to center field, I went, anywhere but center field, because she could probably jump over the fence and still make a play in the stands. That's how athletic she is. So I wasn't surprised, just kind of trying to wish it to go over a little bit higher or further. Shea is just a good hitter that can cover the zone pretty well. So I think a lot of it was a pitch that was up. And with a rise ball pitcher, I mean, I think this one knows as well. Sometimes when it's up there, it may not be the greatest looking swing, but with power and determination, a ball can get out that way. So I think it was a tough pitch. It was up in the zone and probably out of the zone, but Shea just had a mindset of finding a way to get something hit hard. So, I mean, it's hard to get in scoring position off of her. And when you get somebody at second, I think that we felt like we can't waste these opportunities anymore. So I think it was just her will to get it done.
Hey, Patty, you said yesterday that you felt like the games at Alabama last year were really seminal for Paige to become the pitcher she is now. Were there moments tonight especially that you felt like were products of just that evolution she's had in the last year?
I absolutely would say yes to that. She was in very similar situations for anybody who was watching last year. It looked a lot like what you just saw. And I think Paige would come off a little shaky physically, like her body would be a little nervous, her eyes would be. She was in a tough setting. I think she's definitely matured into a veteran as a sophomore. And like I said, sometimes you got to go through some tough times to get the end product. So it was hard to let that go and not get to the World Series. But what it did for our team, especially Paige, is the reason why we're continuing on as we are.
Coach, I wanted to ask, when you get to this point and it's towards the end, it's like you get seventh, eighth inning. As good as Osorio was pitching, how much of it is make her pitch, make her keep trying to pitch instead of swinging at stuff and trying to make a play?
I can't even tell you how hard it is to hit off of her. And so you can watch it on TV or even and going, why are you swinging at that? That is ridiculous. Why would you swing at something out of the zone? I think it was Sid Romero in the first inning that swung at something that high. But it's hard to see what her ball is doing. I mean, they will tell you that. You can look at it on video and you can think that it's easy. It is not. Thus, her strikeouts against some very good hitting teams. So you got to go in knowing that you're going to strike out 10 plus times and not let that bother you. You just have to wait until it's the right time. We tried to stay aggressive because if you stand there and you watch, she'll get you. And she kept working early counts. Like we were down 1-2, 0-2, 2-2s. As the game went on, you could see us starting to feel a little more comfortable. So the more we can see her throw, the better we can start to make our judgments. And I thought middle, late part of the game, you could see us start to make those adjustments and see the ball a little bit better. But it's difficult. She's that good. She is that good.
You know, Patty, when you missed the first and third situation with one out and you didn't get a run that inning, your team huddled and things like that. They came back the next at bats and continued to battle. Talk about that moment though and what you said to your team at that point.
Quite honestly, I take a lot of that on myself. I didn't like how I didn't take a more aggressive approach from a coach's standpoint. And so I was just kind of rallying them to pick me up, I guess. We've been in these situations where we haven't gotten things done, but that's why we play 7 innings. That's why we stay in the game. I mean, what's important here at the World Series is that you leave everything on the field. every game you play, that you have nothing left mentally, physically, emotionally. It's all on the field. That's all you can do. That's what this team was doing. Through the highs, through the lows. That's what we were trying to do.
We have time for two more in the back, and then Graham.
Patty, though Shea hits the home run and the error they committed ends up not mattering, I just still wonder, can you comment on just how much every play does matter? Because it could have been a 1-0 game, and her getting that base could have meant all that matters. And, you guys had to respond and make plays. Just everything seems so heightened.
It didn't matter, but it did matter because it created momentum into our dugout. So we got a runner on second. When it's Kelsey Arnold, in your mind, you're thinking, we're going to score. We're going to score because she's our runner. And she knows it. She knew it. We talked about it. So I intentionally called a timeout to get our group together to talk about how big she's going to jump on this. Just work a ball up the middle. Anywhere you put it, we're going to try to score because they have to throw to home plate. If they cut it, that doesn't make sense. So throw it to home plate. If you throw us out, we're going to get another runner in scoring position. But we had to try to score. That was the whole idea. Wherever you hit it, if it goes through, we're going. Even if it goes to center field, we're going to try to go. So it was that error really created it. This game is all about momentum. It's momentum. And even though it didn't matter, it did matter. I think it created a lot of momentum for our dugout as well.
Paige, Patty was talking before about the Super Regional last year at Tuscaloosa. How did you use that experience? What did you take away from it?
It was just a really big learning experience for me. That was a very tough environment to go into and to play in, and just taking, even though it wasn't the outcome that we wanted, just taking a lot of lessons from those games and just using them to get better this year, and to just kind of thinking about that wasn't going to define me, and I was going to break through from that and just learn a lot of lessons and just go on and push forward from that.
All right, Coach, student athlete, congratulations again. We thank you.
Do you need a softball bat? Do you want to save $30? SoftballJunk.com is offering an additional $30 discount off the price of all non-sale softball bats on their website. That's right, $30. So the next time you buy a bat, go to SoftballJunk.com and enter the code FPTV30 during checkout. And wham! You just put a cool $30 in your pocket. This show is a member of the Fastpitch TV network. See all of our shows and blogs at www.fastpitch.tv